From the Social Capital Theatre in beautiful downtown Toronto, it's And a Scotch Egg! It's Her Majesty's finest all-weather panel show. Please welcome your host, Dan Donnelly!
Hello, and welcome to And a Scotch Egg, Her Majesty's finest all-weather panel show. We do a British television-style panel show here, and if you guys don't know what that means, too bad for you. No, what happens is we have two teams of comedians who go up against each other in a battle of wit and wisdom with a series of quiz questions and games and activities and other exciting things to see who will win the night and the people's ovation and fame forever. Give us some noise. Our theme tonight is Hippie New Year. This is episode 7 of And a Scotch Egg, which, if you know anything about episodes, means we'll be rehashing episode 4 almost completely. That is a Star Wars joke. No, it is January, and some of us are really into astrology, so the theme this month is Hippie New Year. I am not personally a hippie, although I do sympathize with hippies, primarily because I do not have a job. But, you know, hippies did a lot of great things. I mean, really, there are a lot of things that hippies are really sort of tuned in about, and I think they get a bad rap. For example, typical hippie belief, war is bad. I think we can all agree on that. Check out this pool toy that I found on the internet. I think that's great. If you're really into peace and swimming, this is for you. Other things hippies think, drugs are good, which I also happen to agree with. If you are tripping right now, you're going to have a very interesting evening. If you're not tripping right now, come up to me. I've got, stuff for money. Other things we've learned from hippies is that you should love the environment, whatever that means. Hug some trees, save the planet. They started Earth Day. Hippies have emissions, but usually not the kind that we worry about. And there's something really romantic to the notion that, like, any ailment can be cured with just a spoonful of apple cider vinegar. Or perhaps a good scrub down with Dr. Bronner's all-natural soap. And speaking of wellness, it's time for a word from our sponsor, homeopathy. Are you looking for an all-natural cure that does absolutely nothing? Well, you're in luck. Homeopathy. It's non-drowsy because there's nothing in it. Homeopathy. It's all-natural because it's only water. Homeopathy. If you're looking for a sugar pill that'll give you a little placebo effect and a bit of moral superiority, homeopathy. Please do not use to treat any disease, homeopathy. All right, are you guys ready to get the show started? Yeah! All right, let's bring up our teams. First, we have the Flower Children. Everybody, please welcome Lewis Moulds. Please welcome Kelsey Ryan. And please welcome team captain Sarah Ashby. And up against the Flower Children, we have a team of Killjoy Sceptics. With the C, because this is a British-themed show. Everybody, please welcome James O'Hara. Ashley Cooper. And Mike Payne, who is our team captain. And we'll just try to get the screen back on shortly. All right. Our projector is overheated, so it might take a couple of minutes. If you guys want to go out and get another drink and support the venue, that would be awesome. Otherwise, we will continue vamping on stage. In the meantime.
Someone has to pee on it. Wait, what? The projector. That was the stuff. Like an engine.
What?
When
Sorry,
an engine overheats,
how do you
you
fix
pee on it.
engines?
I don't know.
Is this a new kind of medicine?
All right, are you guys ready to really get our show started?
Yeah.
All right, it's time for a pop quiz. In Pop Quiz, we pose our panelists a number of very important questions, and they try to give us the answer. Are you guys ready? For the first question, the category is astrology.
Ooh.
When is the dawning of the age of Aquarius? Sarah.
When the moon's in the 7th house and Jupiter perfectly aligns with Mars.
Then peace will guide the planets and love will steer the stars. But your answer will unfortunately still be wrong. Anybody else? Mike.
Too damn early in the morning, that's what I say.
That is true, 15 points. Kelsey.
If it's Aquarius, it's probably like around 15 when they start to think that nobody really like gets them.
25 points. Anybody else? Lewis.
Whatever Terence McKenna said in that one video that I didn't see.
A reference I did not get. But I'm
Call
sure
yourself
it's...
a hippie.
But I'm sure... No, I do not call myself a hippie. Were you here for the monologue? I just like drugs and not showering. All right, so the actual answer is the beginning of Hair, Act 1. It is the opening number. That might be too old reference for the Zoomers in the audience. No, the actual answer is no one knows. Astrologers have posed dates anytime in like a 2,000-year span. Astrology is a science, guys.
Wait, so the first question of the night, the answer was,
This is a comedy show. All right, moving on to the next question. The category is the zodiac. If your star sign is often described as two-faced, you're probably what? James.
hanging around jerks.
Ooh.
No?
The audience does not agree, but I will give you 5 points out of pity.
That was apt.
Okay.
Anyone
That
else?
was right on.
Kelsey.
A cloned lamb gone horribly wrong.
That is possibly true. 5 points. Ashley.
A Batman villain.
That is also true in a way, but not true. 25 points. Mike.
A boomer.
Okay, Boomer.
Mike, isn't that you?
Yeah, Mike. Are you the oldest person on stage right now? I think you are.
I would like my
I saw
answers
all
to...
of the 80s.
Sarah.
My wife.
Longtime listeners of the show will appreciate that callback that is definitely not hack or tired.
Get back the pussy, baby.
All right.
I'm on the panel. Let's go.
Okay, the correct answer is a Gemini. A Gemini, because they are twins, and so they have two faces, even if they might
I feel
be
like I was closest.
Siamese. Okay, moving on to the next question. The category is science. Ooh. NASA has identified a 13th zodiac constellation, okay, science, between Sagittarius and Scorpius. What is it called? Sarah.
It's actually just the Starbucks symbol, and it's called Frappuccinos.
25 points. Yes, James.
Hufflepuff.
Ravenclaw is the answer. Because it's in the sky. Anybody else?
Well, if
Kelsey.
it was born in like the last 3 years, probably like just like Jackson with 3 X's or like Criley, something like that.
50 points. Lewis.
Who the fuck cares? It's NASA. Tell them to stay out of astrology, okay?
Their official justification for this, and I'm not even kidding, was we just did the math.
Let me just say that Pang Stars, my podcast, you can download it.
Feel free to plug your shit in the middle of the show, Lewis.
I do not endorse this. We are not acknowledging this. Pluto is a planet. This bullshit is not a real star sign.
Calm down and
Don't
take a
listen to
sound
it.
bath.
Maybe I will, Mike. Maybe I will. And it'll be lovely.
Please subscribe to the Pang Stars podcast.
It is really good.
It is really good, and I have been a guest, which is more important than quality. Okay, so the actual answer is saltwater Aquarius.
What? Wait, is that for real?
No, that is not for real.
Dan gets jokes too.
I do. No, the real answer is Ophiuchus, the serpent bearer.
Saltwater would have been better.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to the next question. The category is Nihon Senjutsu. Don't worry, the question's in English. In Japanese culture, this characteristic is often used to predict personality traits instead of star signs. James,
Character selection in Super Smash Brothers.
what does Ness mean, out of curiosity? Because I am only Ness.
You're not very good at it.
Yeah. Right on the ball. Okay. Anybody else?
Having a genuine conversation with someone.
That could not possibly be true.
That's the most far out thing I've ever heard.
Mike,
It's how well you can pick up things with chopsticks.
That seems racist.
Very racist.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. It is how well you can catch flies with chopsticks.
Slightly more racist.
It's a classic 80s movie.
The Japanese
I happen to be named Daniel
No,
San.
it is an 80s movie.
It is different. It is an 80s movie. All right. Anybody else? Lewis.
yeah, the amount of child pornography you have, because I hear the Japanese are very into that.
That is also racist.
Although,
Japanese, they love racism. They
in
love
Lewis's
racism.
defense, the amount of child porn you have is a fair determination of how good a person you are.
That is true.
And if it's anything other than 0, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You're making it sound like it's a spectrum. It's not a spectrum. It's a yes or no. Yeah.
It's the only binary I support.
And also,
All right. That's enough of that.
Shut the fuck up, porn.
The correct answer is blood type. This is actually really interesting. You can go look it up, but I won't talk about it here because we're going to move on. The next question, the category is the planets, not the Holst suite, which is a very clever classical music joke. Not really. Question is, when everything in your life seems to be going awry, Mercury is probably in what? James? Tentatively?
Space? Is Mercury not always in space?
Yes, that is true. 100 points for truth, minus 50 points for not quite in the spirit of the game. Sarah.
In a goddamn mood again.
That is what people seem to think. Mike?
It's in the fish you're eating.
Yeah, that is probably true. That is probably true. A little bit of mercury in the bloodstream. Couldn't hurt anything. Anybody else? No, okay. Well, the correct answer is in a thermometer where it belongs. But actually in retrograde, when it appears to move backwards from our earthly position. Moving on to the next question. The category is Sheng Xiao.
James keeps sighing when there's weird characters on there.
I love that the guy in the Weezer shirt is...
Hey, I put a lot of effort into learning Chinese characters and languages, so we should all just respect. Okay. The Chinese zodiac is based on a primary cycle of 12 years rather than 12 months. What other major feature distinguishes it from the Western zodiac? Sarah.
That it actually isn't true.
20 points. Mike.
Animals are way cooler.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Like scorpion beats rat, but it's kind of true that any animal beats virgin. So I think we're all right. Anybody else? Lewis.
Even when you have a great reading, and this sounds racist, but I didn't write this one. This is actually a racist thing. Oh, good. Even when you have a great reading, you want another one an hour later. It's a food reference, like when you eat General Tso's and then you get hungry again. I'm sorry, okay?
We're all sorry. We're all
Japanese
sorry
love
for
child
that.
porn.
That's true. That's like child porn is worse than MSG. I think we can all agree. Like, I like MSG.
There's nothing wrong with it.
No, there is nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong. I'm going to edit that a little bit. And post. All right, that's it for the first pop quiz. Are you guys ready to meet your contestants? All right. We're going to start with the Flower Children. Louis Moulds came to this country with nothing but the clothes on his back, the clothes in his suitcase, and 3,000 pounds. He has since spent the money on shoes and drugs, yet remains optimistic the universe will guide him to safety as long as he keeps wearing Nike Air Max. Lewis, why do you love Nike Air Max so much?
They look sick. They're cheaper than therapy. I'm walking on air. Look at these bubbles. Look at that shit.
That's true. What I think is sad is that there are sneakers that cost more than therapy. But to each their own. Moving on, Kelsey Ryan didn't come here to win. She came here to make friends. Her qualifications in regards to spiritual matters include years of sending vicious, targeted astrology memes to the girls, doing psychedelics, and not wanting to be Catholic anymore. Kelsey, why are you like this?
I'm so glad you asked. Well, I'm a Capricorn and an alcoholic. Lot of other really negative stuff going on. And if anyone wants to be my friend, please do it.
Excellent. Become friends with Kelsey after the show. Follow her on social media or just home or whatever.
420 Weed Teen.
420 Weed Teen. All right. And team captain Sarah Ashby is the Aquarius King absolutely no one asked for. Obsessed with coincidence and convinced Crystal's work, this panelist has been sick for over 2 months. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So Sarah, speaking of crystals, what is your favorite gem?
This one's tricky, but I think my favorite gem would have to be all the ones on Steven Universe.
Who is your favorite fusion?
Opal.
Opal.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good choice.
For those listening at home, this is a gay children's cartoon show. This is a gay children's cartoon show.
But not gay children's cartoons in the Japanese way.
It always comes back to that with you, doesn't it?
It does. I don't know why.
This show
All
is
right.
taking a turn.
All right.
We have had tentacle porn on the show before.
We have.
That did happen.
So
Wish I'd
those
known
were the
that before
flower
I came
children. Let's give them a hand. And now our Killjoy Sceptics. Oh. James O'Hara does not believe in psychics, astrology, alternative medicine, or ghosts, but he does somehow believe in the rise and rebirth of Weezer being mainstream. James, what is it with you and Weezer?
Okay, so Weezer has been putting out music for 25 years, and 6 of those years have been good, and I think that is incredible. What's great is they remain pure. You know, they don't muddy down their music with clever lyrics or marketable qualities, which I'm a big fan of.
Like 6 solid years is a better track record than astrology, so I think we're good. All right, moving on. Ashley Cooper is one of the most basic white women you will ever meet in your life. And despite these overwhelming qualifications, she does not believe in astrology due to having used Twitter long enough to dismiss the idea that there is any order to the universe. Ashley, why are you such a Taurus?
I refuse to dignify that.
Very Taurus. Very Taurus.
I'm also a Taurus.
Oh yes, everybody should. We'll go through everybody's star signs when we finish this. But
At least 4 now.
yeah. Team captain Mike Payne's journey has never once included blunders such as gazing at the stars or using a Greek god as an excuse for events based on whether or not it's in retrograde. He believes the gravity of every situation is strictly based on the mass of the planet on which those situations occur. Mike, how many Jesuses does it take to screw in a light bulb? Now, I object to this question on the grounds that it is also racist.
I didn't bring it as Jesus, although it's the same.
Mike, how many Jesuses does it take to screw in a light bulb?
You made the assumption.
That is the joke, yes.
Well, it's a bit of a quandary, isn't it? Well, it can never happen. I mean, he's always walking on water. It's just electrocution over and over again, isn't it?
I do like the concept.
All right, that fucking sucks.
I
All
do
right,
like, I like the concept that because Jesus can walk on water, he's always showing it off.
I was gonna say,
Well,
That's
wouldn't
like-
you? I would turn the fucking water into wine and drown. You know, like that would be bad.
Mike saw the trailer and is trying to write a movie review.
I like to think
Do you
that
like my
Jesus.
synopsis?
I like to think that Jesus would be able to do the Uncle Fester trick, don't you? Like, one person has seen the Addams Family. Good. All right, so very quickly, everybody list your star sign as I go through. Sarah,
Aquarius.
Kelsey,
Capricorn.
Lewis,
Libra.
James,
Taurus.
Ashley,
Taurus.
Mike.
Potassium.
Michael.
Well, my sun sign is Virgo, but my rising is Capricorn. My moon sign is Sagittarius.
Are you a double agent?
Get over here.
My Venus is Leo, and my Mars is Scorpio. There you go. How about that?
And you can hear more about Mike's star
Shut up.
sign in the podcast Pangster.
All right. You have now met your contestants. Are you ready for the next section of the game? Yes. All right, the next section is called What the Hell is This? And What the Hell is This? We show our panelists a series of weird and wonderful images, and they get to tell you, what the hell is this? And so, panelists, what the hell is this? Yes.
It's all of Mike's personalities he just listed.
That one's potassium.
Something I don't want any of the white people on this panel to discuss at all.
I don't know if you noticed, but it's all white people.
No, yeah, that. Yeah.
A Pink Floyd album cover.
Oh, that's a plausible answer, actually.
I think it's didn't Tool use this for an album cover?
Who?
Tool.
Tool, but
I don't know.
British.
It's like a band that nerds like. Polyrhythms. I don't know. I just thought it was that.
Pang stars. Pang stars on stars.
It's Third Eye Blind's corporeal form.
The end of Evangelican.
I don't think anything could really surpass that in psychodrama, but this is getting really close. Speaking of scenes of pretty close to child porn.
Oh, good. I'm glad we're back on this.
Well, that one wasn't my fault. I didn't bring it up. This is just some very psychedelic art. It looks like something that you see after drinking a bottle of cough syrup and listening to Tool, possibly. I don't know. I've never listened to Tool.
Neither have I, actually. I don't know why I said that.
All right.
Weird time signatures.
Thanks very much, guys. And so moving on, panelists, what the hell is this?
Well, that's my mom. And those are my dads.
It's a cesspit of degeneracy and liberal values. That's what this is.
It's all the people on the way to listen to Pang Stars online.
It was Bang Bus when it was still shot on film.
It's all the people on the way to Jeffrey Epstein's island before the whole, It was a destination
Before he didn't kill himself?
It was
Is
like
that where you're going with that?
Before he got suicided.
How do you...
People waiting for the Dufferin bus.
The next bus if it was filmed in London, Ontario.
All right, anybody else? No. Well, this is a bus with hippies on it. This is a very traditional hippie activity of
Sitting on buses?
sitting on top of a psychedelically painted school bus. They do love to do that.
They love being
They
unsafe.
do it to this day.
I can't see
And there
one
we
person
go.
with a seatbelt on that. I'm disgusted.
No, well, it is
roof
a
seatbelts.
They're
it's
on
a-
the roof and your concern is seatbelts?
It is a school bus, so there we go. And longtime viewers will recognize that we have already addressed the question of why there are no seatbelts on school buses. So please turn back to our Back to School episode to inform yourself and give us more hits on YouTube. All right. Moving on, panelists. What the hell is this?
A good time.
It is. It does seem like a good time.
Sarah's house.
The Garfield movie if it took place in the DC cinematic universe.
The original cut of Cats the movie.
I would go see this version.
This is the kitchen of the Garfield restaurant.
Done some dope titties, you know?
Oh.
I don't have a guess, but I just want to comment that the men don't have penises, but the women do have tits, which is very concerning.
Sounds like a dream world to me, my friend.
Don't get cocky.
Anybody else?
Yeah. Don't be a...
Thank God you asked.
Stop being catty.
A lot of fine pussy.
That is true. Okay, we're gonna stop with that. This is a still from the film Fritz the Cat, which is a 1972 American adult animated comedy.
Sorry, what's it called?
Fritz the Cat. Written and directed by Ralph Bakshi, based on the comics by Robert Crumb. It was the first animated feature film to receive an X rating in the United States. If you do plan on watching it, be aware that there is a lot of really unreconstructed edgy racism from 1972 in the middle of this movie.
I'll send you
So-
the director's cut.
Sounds like
No.
nice.
I'm watching it for the racism.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't belong on this show. Without racism and furries, apparently. All right, moving on. Panelists, what the hell is this?
What white women feel like during yoga.
It's a really flexible money shot.
What I feel like when I'm watching white women do yoga.
Any other volunteers? Yes.
Karen after she's spoken to the manager.
Hugh Jackman's The Fountain.
Blazing trees or something. I don't know. I'm not a weed smoker. I don't know.
So drugs is your answer.
The story of Gandhi starring Scarlett Johansson.
She can play anything. It's amazing. It's really
The
amazing.
remake with Tilda Swinton.
This is how I feel when Bernie Sanders becomes president. That's, I don't know.
This is the inside of Lewis's head every time he plugs his podcast.
Pangstar.
This is how I felt during my sound bath on my own episode of Pang Stars. Go watch Pang Stars.
Both times that I did it, it felt like that.
Shut up. We don't care that you've done it more than
We
me.
all get Pang Stars, you guys.
Can I actually get on Pang? How do you get booked on Pang Stars? I haven't done it.
You have to do what's in the picture there. Which...
All right. So this is a very unusual perspective on the Buddha sitting under the Bodhi tree where he reached enlightenment. The Bodhi tree is a mystical fig tree that supposedly still exists in India, so you can go look at it. And that is where he reached enlightenment and then began to go out into the world and spread the doctrines of Buddhism. Sweet. Or nothingness. One or the other. All right, panelists, what the hell is this?
I can't even look at that.
My ultimate fantasy?
Dan after playing Smash Bros.
The Nintendo edition of Nailed It, now on Netflix.
It's a quail egg, sunny side up.
Yes.
That face when you realize you've been gay the whole time.
It's me trying to understand Smash Brothers. every time it comes on Smash Brothers, I just don't get it. It's just everyone's flying around. I don't know who I am. That's how I feel.
Comes on like it's a TV show?
Honey, come quick. Smash Bros is on.
It's 4 p.m.
Thursdays at 9,
Okay.
Smash Bros.
Please, guys, no
Oh boy,
spoilers,
I'm
no
glad I'm home from
spoilers.
daycare for
It's
this
always on. Whenever gathering there is, everyone's like, "Oh, let's play Smash Brothers," and everyone's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "No," but no one listens to me. And everyone's playing it, and I'm trying to watch, but it's like I can't get into it.
It's fine. Anyone calling
like
it
the West
Smash
Wing.
Brothers isn't that good. I think you can.
See, I thought Smash Bros, and I was like, "Oh, is it like a game about the boy band? Hell yeah!" And then it comes on, I'm like, "What the hell is this shit?"
I think you owe James about $100 for that therapy right there.
I'm going to call it right there.
Shut the fuck up, horn.
Yeah, that is the shut the fuck up horn. Obviously, this is Mario in some kind of psychedelic situation. It might be me actually trying to understand why people play Smash Bros. Without items and think it's a fighting game.
How dare you?
Uh,
Oh fuck! Too many mushrooms.
Too many mushrooms. Too many mushrooms.
That was the easy one.
That was the easy answer that nobody picked. So
You know what? Good for us.
good for you. And we're going to move on. We got one more for you guys, panelists. What the hell is this?
Hot.
Yeah.
That was what I was
Done.
Is it too soon for another Jeffrey Epstein joke?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
We're all still reeling.
It's the 1960s Aquaman pilot.
My sketch troupe when 4 people show up in the audience.
Oh.
Sorry, my and Sarah's sketch troupe when 4 people show up.
Let us note that there
I'm doing one of her characters.
Let us note that there are more than 4 people in this audience, but we will not give you a precise number.
It's 6, I counted.
This is me both in and out of drag.
Very nice. Very nice.
The good old days of television when cocaine was on the rider.
I don't know what it is, but the woman on the left clearly regrets it.
I think that is a man.
The person. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The Scooby Gang if they did mushrooms instead of weed.
It's an anthropomorphic fruit basket.
Very good. Okay, that's all for that. Guys, this is The Way to Eden, which is the 20th episode of the 3rd season of the original Star Trek, where a group of space hippies take over the Enterprise to find the mythical paradise of Eden. Aw. It's widely made fun of by Trek fandom as one of the worst episodes. All right, that's it for What the Hell Is This? And it's time for another pop quiz. All right, guys. Our first question, the category is Peace, Love, and Music. The Woodstock Music Festival was originally canceled for what reason? Lewis.
Inappropriate touching.
Not that kind of canceled.
Hedonism.
I think that ended up happening regardless, but no, incorrect.
People just knew they'd get sick about hearing about it.
We shouldn't have this. Nobody wants to hear their parents talking about this in 50 years.
My dad's nickname at his work is Woodstock because he still has a ponytail. That's true.
Oh.
That's just true.
Does he wear the
Sounds like a boner
Birkenstocks?
What's that?
Does he wear the Birkenstocks?
No.
Oh,
I wish though.
that's too bad. Yeah.
Ja Rule fucked up.
Anybody else?
Same answer. What is it called? Firefest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire Festival.
Oh, so my
So
joke,
that
but just a little more detailed.
Hold on. Can we do that? Can we just go that joke?
We can. You could cite an entire comedy special if you want to.
Oh shit.
Just send the audience to Netflix. And then makes our job easier. All right, so the actual answer is that Charlie Brown just couldn't stand his stupid yellow bird face,
Got him.
which is a Peanuts joke. No, apparently officially it was moved from the initial site because the toilets were not up to code. So there you go. Toilets are important for a music festival, as we learned from the Fire Festival. All right, next question. The category is crystals. Crystals are often reputed to have many special abilities. Which kind is known for its protective quality?
Crystal
Sarah.
LaBeija, because she always spoke her mind.
Mike?
It's Crystal from Crystal's Used Trailers and Pies. Free
Used
hammock
pies?
with the purchase of a dozen trailers or pies.
25 points. Kelsey.
Okay, like I know I'm like technically a team believer, but like no, guys, just use condoms, please.
Sarah.
That girl Crystal in grade 8 who just didn't have a gag reflex.
Grade 8.
But y'all weren't deep throated in grade 8.
She was in grade 8, but she
I
still.
think I was Crystal.
I'm on the wrong team. I'm on the wrong team.
She did still somehow have one tattoo, though.
Call me an old stick in the mud, but grade 8s shouldn't be sucking dick. I'm just going to put it out there.
Dick. That's she fair. Just would show
She
us.
was in grade 8, but she sucked dick at a grade 11 level.
We're going to move you up a class.
Again, I think I'm Crystal. No.
All right. Thank you. We can leave it at that. The correct answer is, of course, bulletproof crystal. Which is quartz. Definitely try that. All right, moving on to the next question. The category is more crystals.
Thank goodness.
How are healing crystals supposed to work anyway?
Better.
James. Yeah,
Better than they do.
better than they do. 2,000 points.
I think I'm winning.
Kelsey.
On dumb people like me who don't have health insurance.
In Canada.
No, like my tooth hurts so bad. Like,
Yeah. No, a little bit of quartz on your
Quartz
tooth.
right on
It'll
there,
be good.
baby.
And I think amethyst is for dental work.
Okay, so I don't need health insurance. Never mind.
Rubbing rocks directly on your teeth is ideal for fixing them.
Well, are things you can rub on your teeth that will make you feel better. More your gums, but let's not split hairs.
As final purchases, no refunds or exchange.
Yes, that is correct. 5,000 points. And we're going to move on to the next question, but the actual answer apparently is vibrations, which means nothing. All right. Next question.
Just shake them.
Fun guys.
Mushrooms?
Yeah, I really did that pun. Magic mushrooms have long been known to cause a psychedelic experience when ingested, but they have also more recently been shown to help with what? Lewis.
Realizing how goddamn filthy your bathroom tiles are.
It's nice that the dirt kind of moves around, though.
It is quite nice, but it's like, damn.
Ashley.
Making your Super Mario grow so he can take an extra head.
But as we have learned, like 2 mushroom maximum for Mario.
Wait, is Smash Bros on right now?
It is unfortunately in our time slot. Yeah.
Not 4 p.m.
I find they help with messaging like your cousin that you've been talking to in like a few years at like a weird time to tell him that he's always been a real one. I find it does help with that.
All right. Any other? No, that's it. The correct
Ending on
answer.
the heartfelt confession.
Yeah.
The correct answer is a nice
Get out.
risotto.
What is the? Sorry, what is the correct answer?
The correct answer is a nice risotto.
Ah, okay, good.
Oh, I thought you said a nice Lizzo toe.
No, or also depression, but risotto helps with that too. All right, next question. The category is music. It has often been rumored that the psychedelic Beatles classic Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds is secretly about LSD for some reason. According to John Lennon, what actually inspired the song's fantastical imagery? Lewis.
Degeneracy or beating Yoko Ono. Oh, how's that the one that dropped? Like the show.
I'm going to leave that silence.
It was actually mushrooms.
That's true. It was actually mushrooms.
Okay, it was inspired by a really good group masturbation session, which they all did. Look it up, Google it. They talk about how they used to jerk off
They
together.
did it together.
That is correct. 10,000 points. I always thought that Sgt. Pepper was a bit of a circle jerk, so that's some music criticism.
There's nothing wrong with jerking off with one of your bros. There's nothing wrong with it.
No, I highly encourage it, and please send me tape. Anyone else? No, okay, I think we're good. So the actual answer is that Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds is about Lucille Ball's ill-fated jewel heist on the Hindenburg. Oh, the humanity. No, Alice in Wonderland is the answer to that question. All right, next question. The category is fragrance. Hippies are known for smelling of, among other things, patchouli. What actually is patchouli? Lewis.
Degeneracy.
Thank you for leaving off the second part of that answer.
Smells like domestic abuse.
James.
An equal blend of incense and unemployment.
15 points.
I'm a Libra, so I like that balance.
Sarah.
A pasta made out of white people dreads.
I don't know what the smell is, but I can definitely see it.
No, that's an aura. That's an aura. Anyone else? Yes.
I don't know what it is, but it sounds like something I would like to smoke.
Yes, for sure.
Isn't that the rat from Ratatouille?
It is.
Good old
It is.
patchouli?
Patchouli.
Patchouli. I love that guy.
All right, so the correct answer is that it's a polite way to refer to the resulting scent of a diet consisting only of beans and nut loaf.
Oh, we all have that nut love.
We do all have that nut loaf.
We love that nut.
Every day.
The correct answer is patchouli is an herb related to mint. So now you know. All right, that's it for the pop quiz. We're going to move on to the next section of the game, which is called Not Bloody Likely. In Not Bloody Likely, we give our panelists a series of unlikely or unfortunate situations, and they do a little act out to show us what would happen. So if the panelists would all get up, and we'll move the microphone to the center of the stage.
It's wrapped around. It's wrapped around the table.
It's wrapped around the table.
Wrapped around the table.
Wrapped around the table.
Wrapped around the table, wrapped around the table, wrapped around the table.
Wrapped around.
I hate this so much.
The best part about chanting is when you start it, everyone chants too.
She is right. She is right.
All right, everybody, it is time for our first unlikely situation, which is situations where your star sign really matters.
I'll fill this one, James. When you know Weezer is like a terrible band, but you stick to it, you know, because you're a fucking Taurus, right? Right?
Right.
When you're a guest on Pang Stars.
All right, now we're outside of Earth's orbit. Over there, you can see the constellation Capricorn, and over there, you can see the Are you guys paying attention right now? I'm taking us on a spacewalk.
You know, it's like whenever I go home and I have to deal with my wife.
Oh.
Situations when your star sign really matters. Anytime you're gay.
When you're doing like a panel quiz show and you drop too many references to child abuse, so you got to even it out with some scripted jokes. Libra vibes, you know?
All right, that's all for that. We'll let that hang in the air. Next situation, unlikely all-natural remedies.
If your projector overheats, just pee on it.
Well, you see, sir, you got this debilitating gut disease. You know what we're going to do? We're going to take someone else's shit and put it in you.
South Park got there first, unfortunately.
When you're sad, you jerk off with your boys. The most natural thing in the world.
Yes. This isn't a scoring round, but you get points anyway.
Mike Payne.
No, babe, no, like, I swear, like, it's actually really good for your skin.
Whenever you're depressed, just go,
All right, we're going to call it there. Next situation. Inappropriate places to pitch your new fad diet.
I'm so sorry to hear about your mother, but
Look, I know you put him into sports because you were really concerned about him gaining weight when he gets older, but here's a thing that you could also use.
All right. So I know I took all your orders, but I have these ideas. Okay.
All right, vegans, listen up. There's actually a way we don't have to do this anymore. Keto diet, all bacon, all the time. Hear me out.
Again, this is not a scoring round, but I'm going to give you points for that.
well, dear, I know that we're only paying you 70 cents on the dollar for every male's dollar, but...
Hey, Karen, happy baby shower. My gift to you is this shake.
All right, one more.
Okay, so that's one caramel sundae. Just before I put your order through, have you seen Cowspiracy?
All right. Thank you very much, panelists. Moving on to the next unlikely situation. Things you probably shouldn't do on LSD. And yet he persisted.
Try to cross the street.
7 more tabs of LSD.
That'll get you there.
Guys, I came up with a great idea for a song. Hear me out. It's Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
The popular podcast Pang Stars.
Oh.
Popular.
yeah, I have a license. Why do you ask?
Watching Sandy Hook's hoax conspiracy videos.
Oh.
All right, kids, welcome to shop class.
All right, that's enough of that. Moving on to the next situation. Anti-war ballads that bombed.
Okay, don't hate me for this. And I ran. I ran so far away.
I guess I'm turning Japanese. I really think Japanese
All right. Technically not a song, but we are going to play Pang Stars on Spotify right now.
I think that's run its course. Right?
Nope, not yet.
Not yet.
I was trying to think how that Weezer song goes.
Sorry, which one? Which Weezer song are you trying to do? I can do
Anyone
it. Across the Sea. You are an 18-year-old Japanese girl. That's a real Weezer song. Thank you. That's it.
Drop atomic bombs on Mr. Robot.
Excellent, excellent. All right. Domo. All right, moving on to the last situation here. Things that will get you kicked off the commune.
What do you mean we're not allowed to piss on the projector?
When is this over? I'm waiting for Smash Brothers to be done.
Wait, those mushrooms were for everybody?
Okay, so I found this Kool-Aid in the back, right?
So what's the Wi-Fi password again?
Here I am, live streaming from the commune.
So you make food, you make the clothes. I guess I'll do stand-up comedy? Or...
Excellent, excellent. Somebody gets to be the person who everybody fucks, which is also a good job. All right, we're moving on to the next section of the game. Thanks, everybody. You can have a seat. All right, we are ready for our last pop quiz. Hooray! All right, here we go. The category is health. The anti-vaccine movement intensified significantly after Andrew Wakefield published fraudulent research linking vaccines to what?
Mexicans.
Come on, guys! First Jesus, and now this. Sarah.
Linked to people who put "just looking for the Pam to my gym" in their dating profile.
The
James.
sale of those tiny circular Band-Aids you don't use for anything else.
That is
No? Okay.
that is true.
There for what?
Your cute little baby becoming a gross teenager.
Oh, that's true. There is like 100% correlation. Ashley.
Character selection in Smash Bros.
All right, that's enough of that. The real answer is ouchies. Or apparently autism, but it is not true. So go get vaccinated. I had whooping cough last year. You do not want it. I have mono now, and you don't want to know how I got it. All right, moving on to the next question. I know, right?
All of us before the show then.
Can't resist.
Through my butt.
The category is wellness. David Avocado Wolf is a snake oil salesman and minor internet celebrity who pushes alt medicine and apparently thinks chocolate came from the moon. What is the name of his diet book, which claims it will actually make you hotter if you follow its instructions? Ashley.
The eggplant emoji diet.
10 points. Sarah.
Of rice and chicken.
Of rice and hen was just right there waiting. Right there waiting.
We can edit this.
Hen, rice and hen.
James.
1 fish, 2 fish. Wow, I can't believe you ate 2 fish, you cow.
15 points.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He only says points after me.
that's true. Favoritism. Meet me after the show.
Yeah, you want to
Anybody
get
else?
mono?
Hey, babe, want to catch mono?
All right. The actual answer is the avocado diet, which is ironic because you can't eat avocados on it. The name of the book is Eating for Beauty, but don't buy it. Subscribe to our Patreon instead. Or to Pang Stars, but, up to you.
Some of our stuff we talk about makes you not want to eat.
All right. Next question. The category is divination. Supposedly, a tarot deck will not work unless you do what before using it? James.
Drop out of high school.
25 points. Ashley.
Give up on being a productive member of society.
50 points. Lewis.
DMT.
Apply fresh deodorant. No? All right.
Kelsey.
Be a hot girl trying to see if a guy's really paying attention to you.
Yeah, that always works. All right, the actual answer is keep it in your home for at least 6 months to allow it to absorb your energy. Oh, who knew? The next category is spirituality. The Hare Krishnas are a Hindu sect that began proselytizing in America in 1965 and quickly became very popular. Often associated with the hippie counterculture, they are actually forbidden from engaging in what classic hippie pastimes? Lewis.
Sticking it to the man.
10 points.
Driving
Mike.
and/or living in a Volkswagen bus.
Following a band for more than 2 consecutive tours.
25
They're the
points.
dead man.
Anyone else?
Being unemployed.
It is required you have a job.
Creating a tech startup.
Oh.
Group masturbation sessions while creating Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
That is actually pretty close. The actual answer is drugs and free love. So there you go. 2,000 points. Next question. The category is decor. Himalayan salt lamps are light fixtures you can get from Wayfair that supposedly do what? Kelsey.
Season your desk.
James.
Get you laid by art majors.
That is true.
It is.
15 points. I was an art major.
Get you off when you crave that sweet, sweet mineral.
Yes. 25 points.
talk shit with you about your coworkers.
Oh, salty. All right, the correct answer is they provide a more delicate flavor than kosher salt lamps, which somebody's going to read as anti-Semitic, so I'll fix it in post.
I like that no one was going to think that until you said it.
Yeah, I
out
know,
loud.
right? The correct answer is they supposedly help with sleep and moods, and one of the few lamps you can lick, so that's cool.
Finally, I can lick my lamps.
Finally, our last question in this quiz section. The category is The Man. In an interview about the legalization of marijuana, Barack Obama was quoted as saying, "Let's be clear, I don't think it's more dangerous than..." What? Ashley?
Playing chicken in a smart car.
Nothing is more dangerous than playing chicken in a smart car. Lewis?
Hillary Clinton. Which isn't true, by the way. She's very dangerous.
Correct. James?
Flying home from Iran.
Sarah.
I don't think it's more dangerous than trying for the first time to do an Obama impression.
That is very true. That is very true. Mike?
Listening to Weezer for the last 25 years.
Yeah, nobody should do that. It's obvious.
Was that Obama? Was that an Obama impression?
We all need to spend more time sailing around the world with Richard Branson, and then we'll have it. All right, that's enough of that. The correct answer is Medicare for All, which is why he didn't pass either one. Aha! Politics. All right, that's it for the pop quiz. We're going to move on to the last section of our show, which is Debate Club. In Debate Club, pairs of contestants debate serious issues of the day. Each side gets 1 minute. And first topic is, be it resolved, getting drunk is better than getting high. Arguing in favor of the proposition is James O'Hara. James, you have 1 minute, starting now.
Okay, getting drunk is better than getting high. Getting drunk is easy. Okay? I don't need equipment. Okay? I don't need to know how to build a bong out of an apple to get drunk. I don't know what poppers are. Okay? I've never not been able to get drunk because my pint glass wasn't charged. Getting drunk is better than getting high. They serve you alcohol in flight. Vape pens explode on planes. Okay? You can get air miles at the LCBO. Okay? A drinking problem will
15
take
seconds.
you to Fiji. Drinking is celebratory. Okay? There's no champagne of weed. Okay? You can't bring in the new year by ripping a fat vape cloud and spraying your friends with bong water. Thank you.
All right. Arguing against the proposition and therefore in favor of getting high is Sarah Ashby. Sarah, you have 1 minute, starting now.
All right, so getting high versus getting drunk is the easiest way to put it is when you imagine the worst thing that you do when you're drunk versus the worst thing that you do when you're high. Let's say this: pissing your pants when drunk, embarrassing. Everyone's mad at you. You've ruined your friend's birthday. Pissing your pants when you're too high. You were probably laughing too hard. Think about other things that happen when you drink instead of getting high. You get mad hangovers. Mad hangovers. Not only does alcohol help to dehydrate your brain, which causes you to get drunk, it also causes tummy aches. The worst weed hangover I ever had, I greened out, I passed out for 8 hours, woke up like a new person. I
10
felt
seconds.
amazing. That's what I'm saying. Getting high is better than getting drunk.
All right, thank you, Sarah. James, you have 30 seconds to respond, starting now.
Okay, sure. Pissing your pants high while you're laughing is great, but what are you watching while you're high? You're definitely watching videos on YouTube of people falling over, and those people are drunk. Definitely. Getting drunk is better than getting high. For example, I wrote all this while I was high, and none of it's funny. Thank you.
10 seconds. All right. Thank you, James. Sarah, you have the last word. 30 seconds starting now.
All right. I'm just saying, I have never smoked a joint and then texted my ex right after. Give me a few shots and there is cum inside me. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Thank you, Sarah. All right. Now it is up to you, the audience, to decide. Do you agree with James O'Hara that getting drunk is better than getting high? By round of applause. Or do you agree with Sarah Ashby that getting high is better than getting drunk? The people have spoken. The winner is Sarah. All right.
Why are you Elizabeth Warren?
I thought you raised some great points.
That was very good. All right, moving on to our next debate. Be it resolved, psychedelics should be legal. Arguing in favor of the proposition is Mike Payne. Arguing against is Lewis Moulds. Mike, you have 1 minute, starting now.
Oh, hello, everyone. Don't you ever have one of those days where you stare into your lover's eyes, third eye directly, and say, "From the bottom of my heart, I wish I could explore all of my emotional trauma in its most digestible form. You know, a calico river wherein I'm a fish going in and out of the horror that was my childhood."
This is for...
One word, ketamine, guys. AKA the most efficient therapy ever. Cures some people of addiction to hard drugs. That's actually true. Or if you're bummed out, just add a magical topping to your pizza. Yeah, shrooms, bro. I'm the only one laughing. All right, cool.
10 seconds.
They've been proven to be a remedy for depression. As a scientist, I've always wondered what it would be like to travel through time.
As a
Yeah,
scientist.
acid. Anyway, that's it.
All right, thank you, Mike. Arguing against that psychedelics should not be legal is Lewis Moulds. Lewis, you have 1 minute, starting now.
Okay, now we all know that weed was made legal and it became very fucking uncool when it was legal. Like, before you had to mix and interact with the marginalized people of society, some real fucking scary kids. You ever pick weed up from a scary kid on a bike with a fucking knife down his tracksuit bottoms? Terrifying, but it's a visceral experience. Now, when you go to these weed stores, they look like Apple stores. You have a guy there who's saying, "Hey, what kind of high do you want to get? Do you want this? Do you want that?" And it takes the fucking fun out of it. Like, drugs used to be cool, right? Drugs used to be for throwing your life away. If we do that to weed, then, you know, my guy, Smelly
10
Pete,
seconds.
he's gonna be out of a fucking job. Because now you're buying fucking no-frills mushrooms. Keep it illegal, keep it cool. And have you ever done ketamine at a fucking house party? Okay.
All right, thank you, Lewis. Mike, you have 30 seconds to respond, starting now.
Lewis, you need to come clean, dude. You're on LSD right now. It's true. Guys, I found 5 vials of K at the Horseshoe Tavern, and I lost my fucking mind for 4 days, which meant that I wasn't out there stabbing and robbing people. Like, it's better than gun control, right? That's all I'm saying. Anyway, that's it.
All right, thank you, Mike. Lewis, you have the last word, 30 seconds, starting now.
Yeah, I know Mike's a big advocate of ketamine, but as I was saying before, the situations you take ketamine in, it's 4 a.m., you're at a house party. There is a white man with dreadlocks, telling you about his Scar Dub musical project, okay? Ketamine breeds this kind of culture, and I, for one, like to just, you know, keep it old-fashioned,
5
keep
seconds.
it back to basics, Bitcoin, buy it through the deep web. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Lewis. Don't forget, you can also take ketamine if you're a cat. So it's up to you, the audience, to decide. Do you agree with Mike Payne that psychedelics should be legal? Or do you agree with Lewis Moulds that psychedelics should not be legal? All right, Mike wins. So we're tied now for debates between the Flower Children and the Sceptics. All right, our last debate. Be it resolved, astrology signs are the only acceptable form of hiring discrimination. Arguing in favor is Kelsey Ryan, and against is Ashley Cooper. Kelsey, you have 1 minute starting
you.
now.
I have to pee so bad and I didn't prepare anything. No, actually though, like, have you ever been in a workplace and just being like, hey, like, nobody's in charge here. Like, there's literally no system for training people. That's because all the managers were air signs. And it's like, we know how to fix this. Like, you just need a little bit of earth signs, a little bit of water signs, a little bit of air signs, a little bit of fire signs. It's a harmonious workplace. You get 3 Gemini managers, you're fucked. The whole thing is fucked. And it's like, it's not discrimination. Like, everyone knows across every culture, orientation, everything, like, the signs are evenly distributed. Like, it's just smart planning, you know? And it's like, there are people in this world that just want to be bigoted. They want to discriminate. They want to do whatever. Wouldn't you rather be against Scorpios?
10 seconds.
Who deserve it? Like, that's all I'm saying. Cheers.
All right, thank you, Kelsey.
Very good.
A little bit of Scorpio in your stars. All right. Ashley, you have 1 minute to argue against, starting now.
What I find interesting about Kelsey's point about if there are 4 Gemini managers is the fact that she did not disclose that she was fired by those 4 Gemini managers for being a Capricorn. So I find it so bizarre that you are pro astrology discrimination when in fact you are a victim of it. But more important, I think there's a very slippery slope here that we're not addressing, because if we allow astrology discrimination in the workplace, that opens us up to much more dangerous things like taking astrology seriously. But like, seriously, I'm queer, I'm trans, I like all 3 Matrix movies. I already deal with enough discrimination in the workplace.
10 seconds.
I just think if we're going to discriminate against anybody for anything, it should be against people who are guest stars on Paying Stars.
Excellent. All right, Kelsey, you have 30 seconds to respond.
That's what we all can agree on. No, I just want to clear something up. I wasn't fired from my multiple Gemini manager job because I was a Capricorn. I was fired because of my personality, which was Capricorn. They didn't like it, and I guess I just want to say that I haven't been on Pang Star's podcast. It sounds really good, and I feel like I'm probably the only one on the stage that hasn't done it. So I guess just whatever Lewis wants to do after the show. I guess, yeah.
All right. And Ashley has the last word. 30 seconds.
So again, going back to Kelsey's firing, since this seems to be at the core of the issue here, if your personality, which is Capricorn, is one of the reasons you were fired, I find it very interesting that you say that, because one of the personalities of a Capricorn is supposed to be ambition.
Excellent. All right, it is now up to you, the audience, to decide. Do you agree with Kelsey that astrology signs should be used for hiring discrimination? Or do you agree with Ashley that Kelsey just got totally owned? All right, Ashley wins. That's 2 for the Killjoy Sceptics and 1 for the Flower Children. All right, so we have come to the end of our game, so now you, the audience, gets to decide which team you like best for the whole evening. So let us hear what you think of the Flower Children. And let us hear what you think of the Killjoy Sceptics. All right. Skeptics win. Thank you very much. That's been our show. Hippie New Year. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah Ashby, Lewis Moulds, Kelsey Ryan, Mike Payne, Ashley Cooper, James O'Hara. I've been Dan Donnelly. This has been And a Scotch Egg. Our next episode, February 20th, is Science Fantasy right here at the Social Capital. If you watch us online and enjoy, please subscribe to our Patreon. It's the cheapest way to get tickets if you live in the GTA. And follow us on social media because we're going somewhere, baby. All right, that's it. Thanks. Good night.
As a new wave hippies, hugging all kinds of trees, living in mostly cities, talking with eyes closed, never in trouble. It's like a new disease. New wave hippies don't protest, they do it on little streams, recovering now. bought the wrong gene. Occasional psychos, but mostly just nice folks. It's like a new disease.